Hello guys, and welcome to today's video on how to recover from failure. So we all go through failure, shortcomings, and we must realise how we can move past it properly and how we can pick ourselves back up. So in this video, hopefully I can explain how we can pick ourselves back up from these shortcomings. So I think that the first and most obvious step to this is to admit to ourselves that we have failed at something. As it can be very difficult to admit this, as often our pride will get in the way of things and say it's because of this or it's because of that, why we did bad, but the only one that can control this is you. And that's not to put pressure on you that you've done something wrong, it's more just for you to realise that you can change that behaviour. And it is important to recognise this as something where we may have had a hand in it, maybe we didn't put all our effort in, or maybe we could have studied harder. And most of the time there will be a reason as to why we didn't get the result that we wanted. And it's important for us to find out why this happened. Now the second step to this is to nail into your mind that the world is not over. If we fail a test or do bad at work, it doesn't mean that our life is done. Now sure, circumstances may change a little, but we might feel like we are useless and worthless when really it's not the case. We have to realise that the world will keep going the day after, and we have to start putting the pieces back together. Now don't mistake this for neglecting how we feel, because obviously this is important to understand how we feel, but we can't just put our feelings away, but we can move forward with those feelings and turn them into discipline and determination. I'd also say that we should make it stick into our heads that we won't give up. The reason why a lot of us tend to fail is because we've already failed in our head before we even attempt anything. This is our mind trying to play tricks on us and hold us back. But if you choose not to listen to it, you'll be surprised on how far you can go. I think that another very important thing is to try and learn a lesson from our misstep and what we can do next, what our plans will be after this. It's not good to feel like we failed at something, but it is very important that we manage to learn something from this. I mean, anything, even if it wasn't our fault. And the last point that I would like to make is to just be able to allow ourselves to observe how we feel from our failure, from our actions. And the last point that I would like to make is to just be able to allow ourselves to observe how we feel from this. It's so easy for us to be absorbed in how we are feeling. Whether we're bitter, angry, sad, they're all fine feelings to have, of course, but we must observe these feelings, even write them down, and begin to let them go in order to move on and recover from this failure. And this can help us come to terms with it and to look forward to a brighter future. Now I'd just like to say thank you for watching today's video and good luck on the rest of your journey.